The battle with Cliff can go very differently depending on whether his Aerodactyl has Bite, Steel Wing, or Rock Throw. So far, we do have a video on Rock Throw, we also have a video on Steel Wing, and so the only one missing at the time that I record this, which is February 4th, it'll probably upload a little bit later than that, but is going to be the Bite moveset. The key to beating the Bite is obviously resisting it, but let's think of this even more specifically. The key is going to be Scrafty right here. Scrafty is our homie, man. Dude, if you can catch him right now, Scraggy is spawning, so definitely start pineapping those. You don't even need one to be like a 100% or anything close to that, dude. Just get yourself at least one Scrafty right now if you are having trouble with Team Go Rocket leaders. These videos are for all different types of people. This one is, though, looking at Pokemon underneath the Great League, and in some cases, like the Scizor, it's going to be well underneath. Now, the Lucario is the only exception. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but the thing that you need with Scrafty, of course, counter, power-up punch. You can just spam that out, that power-up punch. It charges really quickly, especially when paired up with counter. You're only going to be dealing neutral damage to Aerodactyl, which is interesting because it is part flying. That's actually what kind of neutralizes it. Otherwise, it would be super effective if Aerodactyl was just rock, but the key is the fact that Scrafty is not only fighting, but also dark. Both of those are going to resist the dark typing of Bite. Now, I knew that, of course, with our Scrafty here being at the Great League, like underneath that level caps on its CP, it was going to be seriously down on its last little bit of health, dude. It's like one hit away from fainting, but this is all planned out. This is going exactly as I wanted it to. I think we could have gotten actually one more counter off on this Slowking right here. The Slowking does have Confusion that's going to be coming out at us. One way to resist that, of course, is with Scizor right here. Now, Scizor doesn't really have the bulk compared to, I would say, a lot of other steel types, but Scizor is absolutely amazing for being able to spam, but also you can get it things like Night Slash. This one right here has X Scizor, and so this is Elite Scizor, and by that I just mean it's 1337 on the CP right here. So again, just using X Scizor is fine, but something I like to reiterate is Night Slash is totally awesome if you can get that buff to your attack. It's only going to be a chance at the buff. It's not going to be like Power-Up Punch, which is guaranteed. But anyway, you're going to see that this Slowking is about to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, just one more X Scizor is going to be needed right here. So we're charging that to excellent. You actually don't need to do that. You could just do it where it's like nice or maybe even below nice and then farm a little bit more energy. I'd say you really only need to do that if you're in trouble. We are not in trouble right here because he's going to be sending out a Tyranitar coming up next, and Scizor actually going to do some super effective damage to Tyranitar. This is just for some extra hits. We're actually waiting for our cooldown to be off on that switch. Does not get it in time, obviously, to save it from being hit by the Iron Tail from Tyranitar, but that's okay. It actually would resist Iron Tail, but again, Scizor, not exactly the most bulky Pokemon, but I should reiterate, everything is fine, ladies and gentlemen. We actually can send in our Scrafty now that the switch cooldown is off of its cooldown, we should say. We can then send in Lucario after Scrafty gets in the power-up punch and then a few hits with counter. Lucario also going to have counter, of course. This one has Aura Sphere as well, but we don't need that. We really just need, I mean, we could beat it without a charge move right now, but look at this. We're going to go ahead and get that last power-up punch in, and ladies and gentlemen, down goes Tyranitar. So once again, the key is going to be resisting, of course, the Bite, but also really making sure that you have a spammy moveset that you can charge up with little energy to get off those charge moves, because the Team Go Rocket Pokemon do stand still every time you use a charge move or switch, so shut it down. Click an end screen, and I'll catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.